Chapter 30 The Dark Return. Deep beneath the neon-drenched foundation of the Freddy Fazbear's Mega Pizzaplex, shrouded in absolute darkness and choked by decades of ash, lay a forgotten graveyard. This submarine abyss held the scorched, crumbling ruins of Freddy Fazbear's Pizza Place, the very site where the horrors the old world had supposedly burned to the ground. Deep within those underground ruins, something wicked was stirring. An entity once known as Springtrap has survived the fire, but the flames have taken a catastrophic toll. Now this entity is known as Burntrap. His current form was a horrifying, nightmarish fusion of melted metal and charred human remains. His endoskeleton was warped in the tattered, rotted remnants of a greenish-yellowish rabbit suit. Long, claw-like metallic fingers twitched in the dark within the shadow hollows of his rabbit skull. Two piercing, malevolent peripheral eyes suddenly snapped open. A low, mechanical rasp rattled through his rusted vocal processes. The ancient evil had awakened, and its malice gaze turned upward toward the bustling, vibrant world of the Pizzaplex above. Upstairs in the bright, cheerful corridors of the Retro Pavilion, the daytime crowds had finally cleared out. The neon signs hummed their familiar night tunes, and the standard cleaning droids beeped as they swept up stray confetti. Captain Silge stood inside the pirate-themed green room, idly polishing his titanium hook with a microfiber cloth. Everything seemed perfectly normal. Maya, Leo, Oliver, and Chloe were down the hall laughing and talking about their successful performances. Then, without warning, a violent shudder ripped through Silver's supernatural core. The ancient, overworldly engineering binding his soul to the heavy-duty Glamrock endoskeleton thrummed with a sudden ice dread. It wasn't a mechanical glitch or a software error. It was a profound spiritual revulsion. A dark, sophisticating, familiar presence was radiating from deep beneath the floorboards, bleeding through the concrete foundation like poison. Silver dropped his polishing cloth, the heavy metal clattering loudly against the floor. His jaw tightened, his mechanical wolf tail went completely rigid, and his digital holographic eye patch instantly flared to a brilliant warning red. His emergency security progress triggered by his spiking internal stress levels and the proximity of an undefined, enormous threat instantly shattered Vanessa's digital firewall. The layout of all the security cameras across the Megaplex fled directly into his vision. While his advanced programming tried to categorize the anomaly as a system threat, Silver's human soul knew better. Unlike the advanced AI of the other Glamrocks, and unlike the rest of the Phantoms who only felt a vague passing chill, Silver recognized this exact malice energy. It was him. It was William Afton, the old security guard, the monster, the murderer, who had taken everything from them so many years ago, trapping their souls in cold metal shells. The memory of that fretful day flashed vividly in Silver's mind, burning brighter than any digital data stream. Afton had returned, dragged back from the ashes of the old pizzeria, warped into the twisted automatic known as Burntrap. As the realization washed over him, Silver's processors flashed back to another critical piece of his past. The other security guard, the one who hadn't been a monster years ago back at the old location. There had been a human guard who genuinely cared for Silver in the fun times. He had treated the animatronics like friends, not machinery, when Afton, already trapped inside the Ronnie Springtrap suit, had cornered the guard to kill him. Silver had overridden his foreman and fought with everything he had. Silver had saved the man's life, dragging him to safety before the old pizzeria finally went up in flames. After the fire, the surviving guard had dedicated his life to uncovering the dark truth. He spent years obsessively researching Fazbear Entertainment's history and digging into the life of William Afton. He discovered the horrific crimes and missing children and the bizarre corporate cover-ups. His research eventually led him to report that Afton had magically disappeared from public records decades ago. The public thought Afton was simply run away or vanished into thin air, but the guard knew the terrifying truth. That disappearance was the exact moment Afton became trapped inside the Springtrap suit, dying a gruesome death only to return as an undead monster. The guard tracked the rumors of Springtrap being moved and being burned alive a second time and somehow still surviving. Now, decades later, the very same guard had just been hired as a new employee at the Mega Pizzaplex, tracking the dark trail right to its source. Nobody else in the building knew why he was really there, but his arrival was perfectly timed with the nightmare waking up below. Outside the green room, a sharp, urgent scattering sound broke Silver from his thoughts. Silver strode forward and palmed the control panel. The heavy door slid open to reveal the old security hound. The autonomous AI was trembling, its ears pinned flat against its head, as its vocal stems emitted a conditioned, terrified whine. The hound's sensors had picked up the massive energy wave, but it didn't understand what it meant. It had simply run straight to the captain for safety. Silver knew down, placing his large left hand firmly on the trembling dog's head, while his holographic eye patch continued to flicker with endless streams of super near surveillance data. I feel it too, old friend. Silver rumbled, his deep pirate voice dropping to a gravely, deadly serious whisper. He's back. William Afton is right beneath our feet. He looked back toward the hallway where his family's green room stood, his titanium hook gliding under the dimming neon light. Maya, Leo, Oliver, and Chloe were finally safe and happy, completely unaware that their killer was beneath, breathing once more. In the dark shadows. Below, but a silver digital eye patch cycled through the employee check-in logs at the front entrance. A familiar human face flashed onto his tactical overlay. The old friend he had saved all those years ago had just clocked in for his first shift. Silver gripped his prop cutlass tightly. Afton had taken their first lives, but this time things would be different. Silver had his family back, his old heavy-duty strength, a security hound at his side, and their trusted human ally back in the building. The pieces were finally in place to finish Afton once and for all. Sorry about that. I was cleaning my screen.